Hi guys, welcome back to Friendship with Karen, and today we're going to go through the AS level syllabus specifically. So before I really delve into the video, I'd really appreciate if you can give a like to this video, subscribe it, because on this channel you'd be getting lots and lots of updates on how you can study for your AS level French examination and some of the things you should be keeping in mind, such as your syllabus and some of the tips and tricks for all the 3 different papers. So if that's something you're interested, do be sure to keep watching. And in my channel, there will be a series of videos where I will share about things you should do for every single paper. So again, if you're interested, make sure to subscribe to my channel so that you don't lose any updates. Now, without further ado, let's move on. So for today's video specifically, I prepared a set of notes over here in front of me so that I make sure that I'm going to say every single key point and you don't miss out on anything important. So for this video, first of all, we're going to go through the syllabus of the AS level examination. Now, the AS level examination generally has 3 types of components, which is the speaking paper, the reading and writing paper, and the essay paper. Now, there's a series of different things that you need to keep in mind when you're preparing for all these 3 types of papers. Now, for your speaking paper, there is not going to be any question paper in front of you. So you will see an invigilator, and basically the invigilator is going to be asking you some questions. So basically you would be having 20 minutes to do your speaking paper, and there's no question paper. So again, there will be a separate video for the speaking paper specifically, so I will not go through in too much detail, but I do want to touch every single paper so that you have some sort of idea on what each paper is talking about and how you can sort of prepare yourself mentally for this examination. Now, I do know that the speaking paper can be very daunting because you've got to speak French for about 20 minutes, and the overall marks for the speaking paper is about 100 marks. So again, we will go through the details and the more technicalities in my next video. So moving on to the reading and writing paper. So for this paper, there's 2 passages that you will see. And both of these passages will have a similar theme, a theme that is somehow connected to each other, either by contradiction or similarity. So there will be some sort of connection that you would be able to see. So these 2 passages will be used for your reading and writing paper. And your reading and writing paper is about 1 hour and 45 minutes. So in total, you would be having around 70 marks for your reading and writing paper. So the possibility of the topics is quite wide. I'm going to be showing you on your screen right now the possible topics that you could see in your reading and writing exam. So again, the topics are so wide. So you need to be able to make sure that you know the current topics or the big things. So that's very important, so that when you're in the examination, you're somehow not panicking about what kind of topic this is, because the topic that you will see in your exam, it will always be something that you know. It is not going to be something out of the box, so don't worry. Again, you have to answer the questions in the reading and writing paper based on the 2 passages. So for example, the first passage. So the first passage is going to be within, both of the passages will be within 750 words. So for example, the first passage, you're going to be able to answer let's say 3 sections. So in the first section, it's basically vocabulary. So you need to look for the synonyms inside the passage. The second sort of section is grammar. So in the grammar section, it's basically the idea that you need to fix the structures of the sentences so that it looks similar to what the question has given you. Again, there are certain types of tricks that you should know, and I will mention it in my next future videos. The third section is also somehow needs to be used from passage number 1, which is the comprehension questions. So the comprehension questions is about 15 marks in total for all the comprehension questions, specifically for passage number 1. And then you will have in 5 additional marks, which is based on your language and grammatical mistakes. So of course, the more grammatical mistakes that you do, it somehow reduces your language points as well. For the second passage, basically, it will be, again, comprehension questions. So there will be like 15 marks and again, 5 marks again. So it's like a replication of like section number 3, basically. The last question is about, you need to write about 140 words, I would say. So based on the 2 passages that you have, you need to deduce another passage that somehow summarizes the 2 passages, but then again it bases on the question itself. So for now, all you have to know is that the last question is like a mixture of the 2 passages, but we will go through that in more detail in my next videos. So for the essay paper, which is the 3rd component of the AS level examination, it is going to be 1 hour and 30 minutes. Because of the weather circumstances, a paper might be canceled. But again, you still need to put that much effort because you technically don't really know if your examination is going to be canceled. So it's always very important to prepare yourselves for, for like different possibilities. So again, I really do advise that even though you hear from your friends that, let's say, a certain examination was canceled because of the weather or something, please do not assume that this will happen for your case as well. So please try your best to put as much effort as possible for every single component because all of the components really matter. So going back to the essay paper, it's going to be 40 marks. And every year there's going to be a set of 5 topics that you would be able to see in your syllabus. So for example, for the 2023, you can see on the right-hand side of this video. So the possible topics, these are the topics that you will see in your essay paper. So it's going to be family, law and order, travel and tourism, technological innovations, and pollutions. So these are the 5 topics that you will see in your exam. And for every topic, they will give you a question. Now, it is up to you which topic you want to do, and you have to literally do that question provided below that topic. So again, there isn't a specific way where you can prepare for your essay paper because, again, it depends your familiarity with the situation and with the topic that you feel the most comfortable with. However, there are some suggestions that I can give in my future videos on how you can further prepare for your essay paper. Now, this was it for today's video where we talked about the general structure. I know some of you may already know this. For some of you, this may be completely new and your first-handed experience with this set of paper, but I just wanted to start off my YouTube channel making sure that everyone knows the overview of this examination so that we don't get confused in the future. I really hope you found this video helpful. If you did, do be sure to share this with your family and friends, and be sure to subscribe because it really takes a lot of effort to create all this video and your support is highly appreciated. Till then, I'll see you in my next video. Bye!